Oh my goodness, it's Trinity time. Here we are again, ready to get you set up to meditate with us on Wednesday night. Happens all the time. You should be a part of it. If you're not already, click that like button, subscribe to this channel, maybe comment, maybe share with somebody that could really appreciate it. All of these things help you participate in this mission we have to change the consciousness one energy at a time by meditating together. This week we're meditating on the energy of glory. Glory is accessible. You've all, sung hallelujah in church or something and you felt glory. The problem is that we think it's very situationally dependent. If you're an Olympic medalist, then glory shines off of you. This spotlight comes down, pure golden light rolls off of you. You are the most favored and precious of God's creatures in that moment, and a halo of light is around you. But if you haven't won an Olympic medal recently, you're like, well, I can't feel it, right? It's bestowed upon me by the thing that happened. And that's just not true. Glory is an energy. You can feel it anytime, anywhere. It's part of you. It is not something that's given to you by an outside achievement. So to get you in the mood to feel that internal glory, we need to talk a little bit about your energy field. Human body constantly gets rid of old cells, replaces them with new cells. Happens at different rates in different parts of your tissues, but overall we can say that it takes about 80 days for you to be totally remade. That the you that's there still looks the same eye color and hair color, you talk the same, your movements are the same, but it's a totally new bunch of cells than it was 80 days ago. This is the same thing that is true of your energy field. Your energy field is a pattern, but the energy that runs through it is different all the time. It's like a river. The outline of the river stays the same, but the water that goes through it is always different. You go out there on Tuesday, it's not the same river, because yesterday water came rushing through and it's hundreds of miles towards the Gulf by now. Your energy field is the same. You're a pattern of energy, a collection of patterns actually, but the energy inside of you is constantly being replaced. How quickly? Well, hopefully every time you breathe. If you could completely empty your energy field every time, you would be a new, shiny person in every moment. You would have that glow that the Olympic medalist does. You would be God's most favored creature in that moment because you're brand new. Your divine energy that's never been used for anything else is suddenly inside of you. You feel glory. But unfortunately, we don't breathe like that most of the time. Most of us breathe very shallowly and perhaps not as often as we should. And as a result, we have a lot of old, stagnant energy in us. I've got an example. If you could bring me that tea bottle. So this is just a bottle of peppermint tea. I used that instead of water because hopefully you can see it on camera better. But you can see that when I move it, the fluid all moves as a unit, right? If you are full up, if you've got this much new energy but this much old energy left, then you're completely full of this energy, and most of it is kind of tired and stagnant. That's what old energy is like. It becomes more solid, less flowing, less flexible. And so you become this sort of lump of energy that moves as one unit. But if you can train yourself to breathe down and push all of that old energy into the ground, and then when you breathe out, feel this wave of new energy spring up, well, then there's some space in there. It's not one solid unit anymore. All the stagnant stuff is gone, and you've got this movable, bouncy stuff in there now. And I would represent that by this bottle of tea, which I've drunk about 30% out of it. And you can see now that there's some space in there, and there's a snap to it. The energy kind of moves with more impact, more power, because it's fresh, springy energy with space to move. It is not just a solid lump of energy crammed in there because you couldn't get rid of all the old energy. What does this mean? Well, let me show you in self-defense terms. If I had a striking pad, and I got Jennifer to just hit it, she could deliver quite a bit of impact, especially if she puts some hip in there like we teach here in the Trinity system. That's pretty good strike there. But she's still got her energy field full, mostly of old energy, some new energy with each breath, but there's still a lot of old stuff in there. So we're going to get her to breathe. And as she breathes in, just imagine that it's pushing all the energy down into the ground. And as she breathes out, this new wave of energy springs up. Just do that a couple of times, pressing it down into the ground, feeling it spring up. Pressing it down as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, this wave of it comes up. It's very much like these two bottles. If you were to use this to do a punching motion, you would feel that all the mass moves with you. But if you do this with a punching motion, you'll feel this extra whoop at the end when all of that energy inside the bottle catches up with you, and it all comes together at the end. There's a lot more power in it. So if we can get Jennifer to breathe her energy down into the ground so that all the old energy is gone, and when the new energy comes in, bring it up in a wave and connect that wave to the strike, you're going to see that it becomes much more powerful. Very good. Try it again.
That wasn't as good.
Very powerful. Here, if you would. Thank you. This is all we're talking about. You have the ability to be a fresh, new creature made of the purest, newest, springiest divine energy. That's the sensation of glory. Every minute you can give that to yourself. You can give yourself the feeling of being the newest, freshest, most energized creature that God ever made. That could be you. That's the sensation of glory. And you can bring it up anytime. You just have to get used to the idea that when I breathe, I'm pushing all the old energy into the ground. That as my lungs expand, it's just pushing, pushing, pushing. And as I exhale, this wave of new energy comes up, and it's got that springy, bouncy, new energy feel to it. And it has a lot more power, and it brings a lot more manifestation to your life. All of this can be yours if you master that feeling of glory, that energy slosh inside of you. Give it a try at home, and stay tuned for more